All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. I'm on with Paul Zeise here tonight, your regular Friday duo here. Paul, did you notice that we got a new sponsor here? I don't know if you could see. Icy Light, big sponsor. You see that?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Check out the sign. That's a pretty sweet sign. I'm gonna get one of those in my. I'm gonna get one of those in my game room.
Yeah, I'm sure at least one of our viewers is going to be very unhappy by that.
All right, so real quick before we go to the phone calls, you saw B.J. Finney was cut today. That's an option. I was reading Twitter. I saw Mark Caboli tweeted it. I think it's a viable option, too. He spent 4 years here, right? He went and chased money, but now the Steelers need a center. Why don't you take a shot at bringing him back?
Well, that's it. I mean, he's a veteran center. He's obviously had some success. He probably has some, even though it's a new offense, he probably has some working knowledge of the way the Steelers do things and probably even some of the ways that the Steelers offense will work. You know, he's played with Ben Roethlisberger before. It makes a lot of sense, and I would also probably say he's not going to get that much. It's not going to cost that much money to bring a guy like that in. That's probably how you fill a hole, you know, at center, you know, as opposed to trying to draft a guy and hoping you can plug him right in. I would say you probably go the same route at Rich at tight end. Find a guy, you know, that there's going to be a bunch of them cut next week. Find a guy that's a veteran, you know, that fills what you're looking for, that's the kind of player you need, that's probably not going to come out at that much money, and you could fill that hole too.
Do you think they keep Ebron?
Yeah, I mean, I think they'll keep him, but I just think they don't. Who else do they have? They need a tight end.
Yeah,
they need
a
blocking tight end.
I mean, there's some people out there saying that they're going to cut him, but I don't think so.
Well, again, I think they can't cut him because they have nobody else. I mean, they're going to have to add a blocking tight end, you know, somebody that really can fit into what Matt Canada is looking for, you know, but it can't just be a guy that's a blocker that can't catch. So, you know, they just got to wait to see who comes available.
All right, let's go out to Nick and Carrick. How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you?
Good. Thanks for calling.
I enjoy your show. First of all, I just want to say, me and my old man, my dad, we watch the show all the time. We're going to the hockey game on Sunday.
That's awesome. Anyway, that's awesome. I'm glad you guys could go.
Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted to know about Ben Roethlisberger. I mean, I know he's staying in Pittsburgh, but if he weren't staying in Pittsburgh and he was going to another team, given the roster situations, what team do you think he would benefit the best and why?
Well, Nick, he's going to be with the Steelers next year. But, Paul, I mean, this is a really good question for the following year because I think his time is done here in Pittsburgh after this year. I would imagine so, right? This is his swan song.
Well, yeah, I think he was asking, you know, who.
I know.
Who he
that's
would,
what I was getting to.
This year.
So, who would you think?
Yeah, this year. The
Indianapolis,
Patriots.
but they already got a quarterback.
The Patriots. I mean, put Ben on the Patriots. They've got, I think, $72 million to spend in free agency, and they've got like 10 draft picks. And they've got, what, 7 or 8 guys that opted out last year coming back. All that team needs is a quarterback, and they're going to be, you know, right back in there. I know people hate to hear that, but it's true. So you ask me who could use a quarterback to plug right in that could help them? The Patriots.
Miami, maybe. But I agree with you on the Patriots when you say it like that. And maybe that's what happens in next year. But I would imagine Belichick wants to find a younger guy to kind of groom him to be like, try to be the next Tom Brady. Let's go out to Joe in Indiana. How you doing, Joe?
Good, Rich. Good show.
Thanks for calling.
I'd like to know why you think that Mason Rudolph can't win if Ben Roethlisberger's not there to play, or he can be the starter for the Steelers in the future. Yins are running the guy down.
No, I'm not. I'm a Mason Rudolph fan. I'm just saying Ben is your best option. Ben's the best quarterback, right, Paul? I mean, he's the best quarterback on the roster. I don't think anyone's going to debate that right now, right? I would like to see. Right. I've been the guy saying, let's give Mason Rudolph a chance this year. Give him a chance.
And I think the thing about it is, if you gave him a chance and you made the roster changes that you needed to make, I think he'd be fine. I know there's a lot of people that don't want to hear that have made up their mind that Mason Rudolph can't play. Rich, I think the guy in an offense that is built around the run and play action where you can, you know, utilize him throwing the ball down the field, which is what he likes to do and he's good at, I honestly think that he'd be fine.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, we've seen some sparks. He had a tough year, just thrown into there, got hurt twice. So I would have liked to seen him have a chance to see what he can do. Let's go out to Kathy and Derry. How you doing, Kathy?
Hi, Paul and Rich. Thank you for taking my call.
No problem.
Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, last season, how the Steelers got up to clear to 11-0, and then all of a sudden it fell apart. I mean, I don't know what happened because it just. I mean, I think this is going to be Ben's last season too with the Steelers. I don't know if he'll go to any other team, but with him hurting that elbow that time, he can't throw like he used to. And I like to see him come back, but they said he's 39 years old. He's going to be 40. I mean, I mean, when he tries to, to me, he tries to find somebody to throw the ball to, and then he has a hard time throwing it because I watched him the whole season. And, and I think Mason Rudolph, too. I agree with you, Rich. I think he'd be okay if Ben can't do the whole season. So,
well, thanks a lot, Kathy. I mean, I see the points. And, I guess we'll find out in the future at some point how hurt Ben was and how much his arm bothered him. It hasn't come out yet. We haven't heard anything yet. But obviously there were some struggles there because he really couldn't throw the ball downfield with any accuracy at all there late in the season.
Well, I mean, I think, that's just, I think, being old, though.
Yeah.
We've
One
seen
year
this
might
with all
help
these
him,
old
too.
guys. We've seen this with all these older quarterbacks. That's the one thing we've seen is, Brady this past year, I guess, he was still throwing the ball reasonably well at the end of the year. But here's the thing. They won the Super Bowl. Couple things. One, Brady had an all-star team around him, and that really helped. Two, I don't know that he was throwing the ball great at the end of the year. Again, he had great weapons to throw it to. But you see these older guys, as the year goes on, generally they start to, I don't want to say run out of gas, but they run out of steam a little bit.
You think Ben will go another year?
No,
after this
I think
year?
he's going to retire. I think he's retiring after this year.
That's what I kind of think. But maybe if there's another team that's willing to throw $20 million at him, might change your mind, right? All right.
I mean, I don't know. I think he takes a lot of pride in saying, hey, I started and finished with the same team.
Yeah, and he has a few records he could break this year, so big ones. All right, let's go out to our Tri-State Office Furniture tweet of the day. This comes from one of our colleagues here, Jerry Dulac, our Steelers insider. I work with him every Sunday. Great guy, one of your colleagues at the Post-Gazette. It's now official former Oakmont Country Club pro. He's not there anymore. Bob Ford, he's one of the greatest pros around, according to Jerry Dulac. I think so. He's a terrific guy, wonderful guy, played golf with him. Will step down and retire as a head pro at Seminole Golf Club in May. Now, Paul, I'm sure you know this, but some people don't know this out there, that Bob Ford was the pro at Oakmont and the pro at Seminole in Florida, two of the greatest courses in the country, and he would be up here in the summer and then would go to Florida in the winter, and he was the head pro at both. Now he's retired at both, and he's going to enjoy his life and go golf.
Yeah, he's probably going to play a lot of golf now, which is kind of ironic because he was on the golf course pretty much every day for his job. But now he can just go play and enjoy it.
Yep. So congrats to Bob Ford. All right, we're going to take a break. Back with more of your phone calls. Some of your tweets coming up next. Stay right there.